Welcome to another edition of Talk City Greensboro, produced by GTN, featuring interviews and events happening around town. It's an easy way to stay in the know while you're on the go. Subscribe to Talk City on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or SoundCloud so you can keep up with what's going on in Greensboro City government. I'm your host, Josh Johnson, and alongside me, as always, at the controls, who doesn't want me to give him a long, drawn-out introduction anymore, Mr. Devin Smith.
That'd be correct, even though you still do it. But it's okay.
Totally went off script, man. I'm a rebel.
Well, what's up, Greensboro? Thanks for joining us. As always, we appreciate it. Starting this weekend, actually, we have the city's going to be hosting these clinics for mountain biking to get our youth experienced in learning some of the safety tips and tricks that they can use to get involved in mountain biking. So joining us today, we have Kristen, who is our facilities coordinator for the city's Parks and Rec program department, as well as Elizabeth, who is a planner for the Parks and Rec, who does a lot of stuff with our trails and things like that. So
welcome.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Yeah, this is really exciting.
Absolutely. So let's start off by talking, before we get into the specifics of the clinic itself, let's talk about mountain biking is actually a pretty big deal in Greensboro. That it's one of those things that people don't necessarily talk about or think about, right?
Right. We are very fortunate. We have over 40 miles of mountain bike specific trail. And we have a great partnership with our local Piedmont Fat Tire Society, who helps us build and maintain all of those trails, because we certainly couldn't do it just with our staff alone. But the thing about Greensboro that's really great is, first of all, we don't have big mountains, so we don't have to go up them. I guess we don't get to go down them. We're certainly not like any Brevard or Moab or any of the big mountain biking destinations, but it's such a great place just to go out and ride. I can load my bike up and be out on a trail in 15 minutes from downtown. We have a lot of opportunities for progression. So we have something for beginner riders up to more advanced riders. So a lot of those more technical features. And those are the types of things that we're going to be focusing on in these clinics, is how you ride appropriately and hold your body and do all of those kind of things so that you can go out on our trails and have a good, safe experience.
And clinics are a great idea, because I was from the camp of, I can mountain bike trail, not a good idea. I mean, I got down the trail, but it was ugly. So I would have appreciated a few pointers. You can just jump on your bike and go down trail, but I don't recommend it.
Yeah, and so why don't you talk about some of the trails and stuff that we do have for people who may want to take the opportunity for themselves, but they didn't know. Because, I mean, they're in the midst of all the things we have. You could be walking down the Greenway and not know that there's a mountain bike trail or a trail for biking that's right beside you.
Yeah, so first of all, I would recommend downloading our app, Piedmont Discovery, which is something that we developed with the city of High Point in Guilford County, and pretty soon it'll be expanded to all of Guilford County. And that's a great app for discovering new trails, and you can choose by hiking trails, biking trails, paddling trails, and then you can choose by difficulty. So if you've never been out on one of our trails, I highly recommend starting with one of the ones rated as easy. Bald Eagle is a great example of that trail. Wild Turkey is a little more advanced, but a lot of fun, good for a beginner. And as always, use your best judgment. If you haven't ridden a trail before, go really slow, get off and walk the features, be safe. That's our top priority. We do have a really great partnership with the fire department, Greensboro Fire Department, who does all of our rescue operations out on the trails. And so we have a rescue marker program. So if you've been on our trails, you'll notice some numbered squares about every quarter mile along those trails. And if anything happens, that's how the fire department knows where you are, and they can locate you based on that trail marker and get you out by water, by bike, by foot, however. So it's a great place to learn to ride, because we do have all of those safety features, and it is a relatively quick recovery if you do break an arm or something on one of those features. But hopefully, if you have taken our clinics, then you are going to have all the skills you need to have a successful ride.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's talk about it. So now we want to make sure that our youth get the chance to learn how to participate. So tell us about the clinics.
Yeah, so in partnership with Greensboro Sports Performance, we're visiting a couple places around Greensboro in order to, get kids used to the trails, as well as teach them the skills, teach them how to pump, teach them how to corner efficiently, and kind of just teach them also how to properly keep up and maintain and respect the trails around Greensboro as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's important. That's
Yeah.
important.
And so where are these clinics taking place? What are some of the things that they're going to be able to learn during the clinic?
Yeah, so definitely this coming weekend, this Saturday, the 21st, we'll start out at Keeley Pump Park Track and Keeley Pump Track.
Keeley
Keeley Park
Pump Track.
Yeah, sorry.
The pump track
Yeah,
at Keeley Park.
Pump
Say
Track.
that fast 5 times.
And even if you can't make it to one of the clinics, as Elizabeth was mentioning, if you can get out to Keeley Park and try that pump track, get your stamina up, try and figure out how to build those skills, how to pump so you can get and build your skills on to learn how to mountain bike. That's definitely a good place to start too. But this is for, this first session is for beginners. So we're going to teach you how to pump, how to corner efficiently, and, maybe even maintain your bike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
cool.
Yeah, and so the other benefit of Keeley is we have the pump track, but then we also built a beginner mountain bike loop,
Okay,
which is about a half-mile loop a couple years ago, and so that's a really great place because there aren't any berms, there aren't any drops. It's just a super fun, flowy experience where you can take your bike and just ride in as many loops as you want. And for every trail, you can go in both directions, and it's an entirely different experience. So
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And then so the following weekend,
Yeah,
there's
August
gonna be another one.
26th. Yep, that one's taking place at Country Park at the Zone, and that one's kind of like one step up. Wouldn't you say, Elizabeth?
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, so those ages are 10 to 18.
Absolutely.
yeah,
Okay.
just a shout out to our friend Michelle here. She did take her son to the Zone instead of Keeley Park for his first pump track experience. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that was
Yeah.
quite the experience for him. Yeah.
we told her maybe she should talk to some of her departmental staff.
So talk about the Zone. So I see people over there a lot at Country Park, but I've never been. I've been to the Keeley Park pump track, but I've never been to the one at Country Park. So I'm assuming that there's a little bit of an experience gap there that you need.
Yeah, it's a little more like Kristen said of an advanced course. If you go there, you're much more likely to see people catching a lot of air, doing a lot more tricks on the
Nice.
course. You will never see me out there.
So that doesn't sound appropriate for
It
me
looks
either.
intimidating. Yeah, it looks a little intimidating.
Because from walking around the track, you typically only see the end of it, and is there like a ramp or something like that
Yes,
right
yeah.
at the end where you kind of get a little jump before you go back around the loop?
Yeah, there's like a nice little kind of. I did take my 7-year-old on the intro part, like the little, just a couple little bumps and stuff, and she had fun with that. But then you just drop into a bowl basically and do a lot of
Drop into a bowl.
a lot of ups and downs, catch
Nice.
a lot of air. I mean, it looks really fun. I'm just not very coordinated. So.
Yeah.
All right, and
I
so
understand
then, is it the same weekend or the following weekend after the kind of intermediate level? There's a family ride, right?
Right. So September 25th, we're on Kingfisher Trail, and that's a family ride. So it's kind of more of a community ride as well as getting used to your bike and enjoying the trails at the same time.
Absolutely. And so you already started to talk about it a little bit, but what are some of the highlighted benefits that you want to give to the youth that are experiencing these programs as they go into mountain biking on trails by themselves, or of course with a family member, but without city staff?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I think there's a sense of community, with Piedmont Fat Tire Society, family, building friends, relationships. That all goes into mountain biking. And then, of course, the skills that you'll learn just being outdoors and getting healthier.
Yeah.
There's a lot of health benefits to mountain biking as well. And, with this pandemic, we saw such a huge increase in the use of our trails. And we figured, this is just another great opportunity to get them out using the trails maybe in a different way, helping them teach them how to use the trails and respect the trails. So, maybe Piedmont Fat Tire Society, it all doesn't fall on them. And we could also get some more volunteers to help out with the trails in the future too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also a great opportunity for confidence building, especially for
you
for
do
younger
it right,
younger
yes.
children and younger girls especially. It's really a great
awesome.
benefit to having that confidence and knowing that they can tackle these obstacles. That it's a very progression based sport, so you start small and build your way up.
Kinda work your
but,
way up.
It really doesn't take that much time to be jumping those jumps out at the zone.
So how can people register for the clinics, and what are the dates? Oh, yeah. Well, you just kind of gave us the dates and the range, but we'll give us that one more time before we wrap up, just so everybody knows.
Yeah, we have all of our information is available on our website, www.gsoparksandrec.com, or you can find our events on any of our social media accounts at GSO Parks and Rec. And if you just click on the event registration, it'll take you straight to our website.
Absolutely.
And it'll send you reminders too. You can say you're interested or you're going. That way, next time you sign into Facebook, it'll let you know that it's coming up. That way you don't forget.
Nice.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
And
And you also get a really cool T-shirt. If you
Oh,
register.
yeah.
Oh,
T-shirt.
okay. Well, I
Absolutely.
mean, if you do
I might
nothing
be-
else, the T-shirt,
Nothing
man.
else, yeah.
I might be in for the T-shirt.
Absolutely, man.
All right, can you give us the dates and kind of the age ranges again? Josh, the question specifically says again.
Okay, yeah.
We need it again so everyone knows, kind of in a succinct pattern.
Yeah, listen
There you
up,
go.
everybody. Okay, get your
Especially me.
pen and paper out. It's August 21st, so this Saturday, noon to 3 p.m. at Keeley Park. It's written Keeley Pump. Okay, Keeley Park Pump Track, ages 7 to 12. Then we've got August 26th from 5 to 8 p.m. at Country Park Zone, ages 10 to 18. Then September 25th from 9 a.m. to noon at Kingfisher Trail, and that's ages 7 and up. And then October 9th from 9 a.m. to noon at Keeley Park Pump Track, ages 7 to 12.
Absolutely. That sounds good. She got it.
She got it.
That's-
She got it. She
that's
got
The
it.
last
tough-
one, yeah.
That's tough. That's tough. So what other programs do you guys have going on that people should look out for?
Yeah, we've got a lot of interesting programs coming up in the fall. We've got an esports series and a tournament. We've partnered with High Point Parks and Recreation to put that on. We've got some possible youth rugby clinics coming up.
Ooh.
We've always got foot golf going on out at Gillespie Golf Course. They've just got certain dates, so if you'll follow our social media or look on the website for those. Youth programs has some little yogis, yoga going on.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I know you mentioned that you wanted to get out and paddle a little bit,
Yes,
so you could go and do some
I'll
night
paddle
paddles.
with you, man. I'll definitely paddle
Yeah.
with you.
Josh didn't invite me out to a shoot the last time he did paddleboarding.
What?
Man, you're busting on me like twice now. I just got here. Is that why?
Yeah, you were late. That's why.
That's why. We'll go paddleboarding.
Okay.
Do the
Make it up to me.
night paddle. There's a night paddle at Higgins coming up.
Actually,
so.
would really
No
like
better
to
time
do
to
the
learn
night
than at
paddle.
night.
At
Yeah,
night.
no one can see you fall.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah, no one can see you fall. No one.
They'll hear you, but they won't see you.
Yeah, absolutely.
We also have National Taco Week coming up,
What?
and that's Take a Child Outside. We will not have any food available during that week, but we do have lots of great events: fishing, hiking, archery, movie in the
Nice.
park, gardening, biking. That part of that family mountain biking ride is part of Taco Week, so we're
Right.
super excited about
Absolutely.
that. We also have after school registration opening up, and then some of those great programs that Kristen mentioned for youth and adults.
And so what week
Absolutely.
is Taco Week?
That is going to be the week. It kicks off Friday, September 24th.
Okay. And we just eat tacos that week, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The rest of us can eat tacos.
Tacos and-
Yes, tacos. Everybody loves tacos. Well, thank you so much
Yeah.
for coming on and sharing this great experience. I hope a lot of people show up. I mean, I know biking is super huge in our community, and hopefully it just draws even more awareness to it. So that
Yeah.
sounds great.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Stay tuned in weekly by subscribing to Talk City Greensboro on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play. And don't forget, you can download Talk City from SoundCloud.
That's it for this week. Thank you for tuning in to Talk City. Be sure to watch GTN, your official source for news and information about the city of Greensboro. GTN is available on Spectrum Channel 13
AT&T U-verse Channel 99.
and North State Channel 31.
GTN also streams live on Roku and the city's website
At greensboro-nc.gov. Have a good one.
Take care.